With Tim O'Malley, I'm Tim Priester from Irish Illustrated, and this is One Question, Two Analysts, 3 minutes. Our question for today: if Ian Book is the team's most indispensable player, who are numbers 2 and 3?
You know, when I do this column each summer, I don't always go to the best player, but in this case, I'm going to at least the second or third best player, because I think if you lost Kyle Hamilton for the back end, you go from, well, let's see what we have here with a potential All-American, a veteran in Sean Crawford, and a lot of talent coming up through the ranks, to, we don't have anything back there, because you might like DJ Brown, I might like Houston Griffith, and everybody might like Isaiah Pryor, and they are not in the same stratosphere as Kyle Hamilton in terms of a burgeoning player.
No, especially when you consider what they lost there in Gilman and Elliott, and you look at Hamilton and say, okay, they've got this one definite asset.
Right.
Now we'll see who the other one is at safety. Well, you take him out of the equation.
It's a problem.
He's definitely my number one choice. I guess I should say my number 2 choice. Right. Maybe 1A with Ian Book.
He might be 1A.
He might be 1A. He might be that good. Then you start looking at guys like Ade Ogundeji, who is an established pass rusher.
Right.
And as excited as everybody is about, the guys that are coming up next after the first wave left, he still is the one that is established. Or the only one that's established. So, I would pick him. Why don't you go ahead and chime in? I'll throw out my other ones here.
Mine's on the other side. I think that if Dalen Hayes is back healthy and does not have shoulder problems, now assuming Ogundeji's still in there, of course, I think when you have Dalen Hayes and Ogundeji on both sides, it makes guys like Justin Adamiola and Isaiah Foskey and Ovi Ogofo better. I don't think Foskey's ready to compete with Clemson and Wisconsin, but I know Dalen Hayes healthy is. It's not that Dalen Hayes is going to have a better year than you could probably name 10 guys statistically, and I just think Dalen Hayes needs to be in there because of how well-versed he is in Clark Lee's offense. I know it's an odd pick because they have so much young talent behind him, but sometimes that talent isn't ready for a huge role.
Well, he would be he's a steadying influence to that defensive line, that defensive end core, and it's always easy to say, well, Kareem and Okwara and Jameer Jones, they did great things, but they've got these other guys coming up. You're absolutely right. I said Ogundeji, you say Dalen Hayes. We say both of them together are really important. And the last 2 that I would throw out would be the starting cornerbacks, because we have no idea
that's true.
what they're going to get behind Sean Crawford and Tariq Bracy. And, Sean Crawford in his 6th year and all the injuries he's had, to list him as most indispensable is kind of ironic, because it's been difficult for him to stay on the field. But he did last year, except for a kind of an ugly injury that he bounced back from really quickly. And then I think Tariq Bracy's a starter. I mean, I think he'll prove to be a starter. We just don't know about Cam Hart and Isaiah Rutherford and KJ Wallace.
And I think I hadn't thought about them because I was trying to go high level player. And normally I find the position dearth of talent behind top level players. So I think you're right. I'm going to throw out a guy that it's also ironic to say, what's the offense look like if Kevin Austin isn't out there?
I think Ben Skronik is the starter, but not as explosive.
Yeah.
Although he does have 110 career receptions compared to Notre Dame's wideouts with 40, and then you throw in the tight ends and they have 62. Skronik almost has twice as many as all those guys. Yep. But point taken, because Kevin Austin's upside is so great. For Tim O'Malley, I'm Tim Priester from Irish Illustrated. That's One Question, Two Analysts, 3 minutes.